Alright, looks like we're about to start. And runners have started.
Alright, welcome to the winners finals match of MunchaKoopas versus Smaugy.
Yeah, winner of this match will go on to face the winner of the losers bracket once we have gotten to that point.
Okay, so in the plains, we're just showing you some of the basic mechanics of the game. You'll notice it has a lot of just throwbacks to a bunch of NES games.
Alright, both runners get the leap of faith. Pretty much what we'll see here in Plains is just progressing through the level as quickly as possible while also trying to collect as much gold at the same time without losing any time. So you'll see them hit dirt piles as they run along them by shovel canceling, and you can do that by just jumping and then hitting the shovel button really quickly. It adds up a little bit over time once you've hit all the piles. You need gold to buy relics in this game, especially in the any percent route. There's a few relics we'll be using that help speed things up.
And then I'm not quite sure how tight the gold routing is for projectile-less route.
Yeah, that's also another thing is
Because I don't think they break any checkpoints in this route.
I don't think they do, and if they're both running projectilist, I'm not sure if they are. But if they are both running projectilist, then yeah, they don't have to worry about too much gold spots here and there. So both of them just did the bubble wrap perfectly. Used the bubbles to travel upwards into that screen, and then screen wrap.
Yep, they hit a transition that's located about half a screen above the screen. Well, not quite half a screen, but close enough that there's a trigger where there shouldn't have been. Go over screen and block off access to it without messing up the other intended parts of the game.
Yeah, it saves roughly about 3 to 4 seconds.
Okay, so we just saw the Black Knight quick kill unlock them for both runners. And then that's just getting used to that shovel canceling technique.
Yeah, we'll see that again later, and in just multiple parts of the game. So next is Pridemore.
Home of Best Knight.
Both in sync as they get the gentle jump there. Pridemore, very much like Plains, it's pretty straightforward. You know, collect as much gold as possible.
Yep, so the main source in RNG in this one is the rat movement.
Yeah.
You just saw on Munch's stream that Rat took an unfortunate movement path, and so he couldn't just walk across anymore and took a hit instead.
Yeah, that and just progressing through the stage. It's really the only things you have to worry about as far as like losing time. Is the RNG of the rats. So both running projectilists mean they're not going to get the flare wand, so they skip the flare wand here. And it also means that they're not going to go to the village after the stage as well.
Oh yeah, so that saves them about a minute and a half as far as the village trip goes.
Yeah.
However, that does make some of the bosses a little bit slower, as well as more sensitive to RNG.
Pretty much the time that they save by not getting either the Flare Wand and the Chaos Orb, they're going to use that time save and spread it across the rest of the game. You know, without having a projectile, you know, as the handicap, pretty much.
Yep, so the net gain is roughly around 20 to 30 seconds.
Yeah, and it's currently the world record drought at the moment, so.
Oh yeah. You see, I believe Muncha was running projectile list for the longest time first, and then Smaugy came in optimized with the Chaos Orbs.
Yeah.
And then Smaugy decided to take a look at projectile list again.
It's a very good king fight from both runners. Basically, with King Knight, you want to memorize his movement pattern because it's always the same every time. And then you want to use the ceiling to pogo him when he jumps up and down. So, a little practice, that fight can be memorized pretty easily.
Oh yeah.
So straight to Lich Yard here.
Lich Yard introduces one of our favorite enemies, the frog.
The lovely frogs. That skeleton there that they use by the ladder, you're using damage frames to be inside the hitbox of the enemy, and because it has a big hitbox, it allows you to like pogo it and then advance forward without taking damage. You'll see that a few times throughout the run. Few of these rooms in Spectre Knight, you'll notice they do go pitch black, so it takes a little bit of memorizing where the platforms are. You're pretty much just having to judge by the silhouette of, you know, the shadow of the platforms of what you're looking at. Frogs in that room can be a little trouble without a projectile, so you pretty much gotta be careful with them and take them out as quickly as possible.
Once you take in a safety mirror right there.
Yeah.
Sparkling play very nice on Smaugy on that dark room.
You would also normally break that checkpoint in the 80% route, but since they're going projectiles, they don't need the extra gold from that checkpoint.
Yeah, they just basically need to leave the stage with 3,000 so they can get Dust Knuckles later on. But since they didn't spend 2,500 or 1,000 on the projectile, they've already got it.
Ooh.
Nice save.
Nice save from Muncha.
That's an incredibly scary to get hit right there.
Yeah, that's easily one of the scariest rooms in the game. The jump is blind every time you hit it, no matter what.
Right, let's see how RNG we get from Spectre. So the first warp is always guaranteed. It's going to be Spectre's going to go to the opposite corner. Then after that, it's all RNG on which way Spectre goes.
So both got bad RNG, and both with a really good fight considering the situation. So very good.
Oh yeah.
Muncha finishing with a roughly 200 extra gold, a little less. It's not a big deal, but must have gotten it somewhere. But what's good about that is through these dream sequences, there's a way to kill these skeleton enemies by collecting gold and taking damage as fast as possible. So you can pretty much do both.
I wonder if either runner has practiced the speed frog catch for Dream 3 that he showed off last night.
I haven't seen that yet, actually.
It's pretty cool. I tried it once and got it first try.
Nice.
It seems pretty free. It seems pretty free. If either one of them do that catch, you'll love it.
Okay, I'll have to check that out then. So Lost City is Mall Knight stage, and we'll see the first major skip in the game is the beetle skip, and it basically just takes manipulating this birder here to travel with you so that you can pogo it right at the end to cross that lava gap there.
There we go. It all starts with spotting that birder at the right time.
Yep. MunchaKoopas actually came up with that strat roughly a little over a year ago. Actually, I'd say longer than that.
He claims he found it on accident.
It's coming close to 2 years that he found that. But yeah, he claims he found it on accident, yes. But it did save a good chunk of time.
Yes, like the any percent non-beetle one skip before this involved phase locking and involved a whole lot of extra relics.
Yeah,
compared to what you'll see now.
It required the phase locket, getting extra magic, a whole bunch of stuff, and then eliminating just that alone saved some time. Now the phase locket method is actually still faster, but you don't have to buy it and have the gold for it and all that. So.
It's just slower to grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when Muncha figured that beetle one skip out, he was mainly low percent at that point.
So both of them just bought the Dust Knuckles. Smaugy using it there to knuckle that green slime across to make the platform. Oh, Muncha was going for it with the one shot. You can't get it in one hit there, but
that was a good save.
It was a good save, yeah. The Knuckles are just a really good item in so many situations. We'll see it as much Knuckles through that enemy there, not having to even bother killing him to progress.
Great Beetle 2 skip from Smaugy.
Yep. Using the Knuckles again to travel across that gap with the birder. It's a risky strat, but with some practice and consistency, you can definitely get comfortable with it.
Alright, so this is the first boss fight that you'll see where we start getting a little bit hurt from not having any projectiles. Good fights from both runners.
Does make that fight a little bit slower, because normally you would either have the orbs, which do a ton of damage against Mole Knight, or the Flare Wand, where you can still time some extra damage as he dashes left and right. You pretty much just have to be really consistent with your shovel canceling hits as he just gives you an opportunity to hit him, pretty much. And there's a strat there with the Knuckles as well, with Mole Knight. So in this route, with projectiles, they both go to Treasure Knight after Mole Knight, and then go to the outpost to purchase the Conjurer's Coat and Charge Slash, and then head to Explodatorium to fight Plague Knight. The reason that is they can have more of a time save in having extra magic in Explodatorium versus Treasure Knight stage in the projectiles route.
Yep, and then a lot of it is, it's also a lot safer to do Treasure Knight now, because Because the only real advantage on having Conjurer's Coat with no projectiles is it basically guarantees a 1 cycle on this mini boss, the 420 fish.
Right.
So there's just so much more utilization of extra magic in Exploratorium at this point.
Smaugy with a really solid.
That was a great kill.
Yeah, solid 420 fish there. Muncha was not a bad one either. I didn't see it, but I assume Smaugy got the dirt pile skip there. See if Muncha gets it. Very nice.
Yeah.
Alright, Smaugy opts to not even... Probably
Tempted.
a safer straight to go for Anchor 1 there, yeah. But does get Anchor 2 skip. Very good. Muncha almost had Anchor 1 skip. Let's see if he gets the second one. Very nice. Just using a little bit of the underwater physics there and just timing the jumps from anchor to anchor allows you to get through that room and not stop, pretty much. Alright, not a bad fight from Smaugy, considering the pattern that he gave him. Oh, very nice.
Nice finish.
So without a projectile, that fight, again, is a little bit longer and a little bit tougher, but with good shovel cancel attacks and hopefully a good pattern that you get from Treasure Knight, you can still make good with that one.
And
Muncha got a...
Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say Muncha got a really unfortunate pattern where Treasure Knight went to the ceiling, but he was smart enough to remember to not kill him up top, so...
Okay, both runners just purchased the Conjurer's Coat and the Charge Slash. Conjurer's Coat gives us 50 extra magic at the expense of taking extra half-hearted damage per hit. So, Exploratorium, the first 3 or so rooms is extremely critical that everything goes well, so they can meet a global cycle for pilots later on.
So Smaugy got the good cycle that he wanted to get. Muncha will have to see which one of these on first, because he got hit in the first screen there. So he's just gonna wait for the... Okay, yeah. Taking the top route, if you don't have the ideal cycle, is always a good idea.
Oh yeah.
Than having to wait for like the spikes there. Smaugy taking on the Alchemist. He takes a specific set of number of hits. I believe it's around 23 or 24. But you can actually kill that Alchemist before he turns into the Yeti monster. But it is pretty tough, especially without a projectile, but it can be done,
Oh, yeah.
I believe. Muncha getting the health there with a really good kill. Smaugy getting the ladder skip. He's got to watch his health here.
I'm actually pretty scared for him right now. I mean, he knows how to handle everything.
Yeah, he just had to take this last room super careful. But he gets the health there. Very nice. So both of them got the Ice Climber skip, which is using that green Clone Knight. You kind of manipulate him to jump at the screen transition, and then you pogo him through the transition, which gets you to the top of that level there.
Nice fight from Smaugy. Pretty good Explorer Charm from both runners.
Yeah, Smaugy had a really good fight. And not bad for Muncha either. Gave him a little trouble with the patterns he was giving him.
Alright, now let's see if either runner gets the Speed Frog catch. Speed Frog catch.
Nice. Smuggy got it. So it's kind of a dream skip that a runner Speed Frog got, or he found not too long ago. And Muncha gets it as well. Very nice. Not only does it allow you to skip the part where it allows you to skip, you know, the falling sequence of Shield Knight, but allows you to skip the campfire scene as well.
Don't think either runners got reezed.
Nope, no trouble from Reese, from both runners on this run. So it's very fortunate.
Reese knew what was coming up. It's like, okay, let's not mess with these two this time.
Let's make it a legit race, which would be nice.
Yes, like for the most part, they've had pretty similar RNG throughout most of the run.
Mm-hmm. Nice boat skip from Smaugy.
Nice. I didn't know about that setup.
Yeah, they found a setup without a projectile, and it's pretty much similar to just counting the hits on the boat, and then you time the last hit to be on the right side of it and pogo it, and allow it to get to that ledge up top.
Okay, with the acquisition of the propeller dagger, the runners aren't concerned about their gold count anymore.
Muncha, so close, almost had it. He's gonna opt to get the health here, so we can do a damage boost possibly later, or just to be on the safe side.
Yes, like when you defeat that mini boss and you finish it with a poke and you don't make it up on that platform, that first, for whatever reason, you can't line up and pogo that cannonball very well without getting hit.
Yeah. So going into that room where you buy the propeller dagger, you want to have at least 3750 gold. Nice. Muncha getting the knuckle jelly strat.
Nice. Then I missed Smoggy's triple jaw. It must have been pretty good since it is only missing 1 heart of health.
I didn't see it either, but yeah, it had to have been pretty good with that condition. Muncha having to take his time a little bit just because they were giving him a little trouble. Smaugy gets the wind tunnel room. Very good. And gets the next one as well.
Pretty solid flying machine from Smaugy.
And solid propeller night kill from Smaugy as well. Oh, very close for Muncha.
And important thing is what he was able to save it. Not a whole lot to say about the propeller knife fight. It's just an extremely great use of a shovel cancel, is then pokering just high enough so you can finish off propeller with daggers.
Yeah, it really just takes doing it over and over and over. It's just one of those fights that takes a tons of practice, but once you get it down, it's one of the fights that become actually one of the easier fights in the game to do, just because you've gotten the muscle memory down so well.
Oh yeah, it's like a key thing on it that goes unnoticed is, so the second set of 3 dashes that Propeller does, they want to hit him at the exact right time to manipulate Propeller to fly off to the left so you can finish off that quick kill. Smaugy making his way to the final gear of the game, or the run, rather.
Yep, it's where you buy the mobile. And we'll be seeing it here in Tinker Knight stage. Sign daggers giving Muncha a little bit of trouble. Sign daggers are one of the more random enemies in the game that you have to worry about.
It's random, and when they spawn, how many can spawn, and where exactly they spawn.
Yes, they are not fun.
And you never want to see them block your propeller dagger when you're over spikes.
No.
At that point, you hope you just run out just in time you take a hit and get iframes.
That's one of the more butt-clenching moments in your speedruns, is propeller daggering right into a sign dagger. It's usually above like an area where it's not going to be favorable.
I do want to thank the developers on this last auto-scroller that you only have to worry about them on that ladder, basically.
Yeah.
Dealing with them on those conveyors would just be a nightmare.
Yeah, it really would. Very fortunate of that. So as Muncha goes through the auto-scroller, we'll see Smaugy use the gear to one-shot the first phase of Tinker Knight.
Yep, so even if the gear couldn't let us skip any auto-scrollers, we would get it for this reason alone.
Yeah.
It's quite an interesting fight to do it the long way. Perfect fight from Smaugy.
And solid fight from Muncha.
Okay, so Smaugy's in the last night of No Quarter Stage, Polar Night. This is gotta be one of the most fun stages to speedrun. You get to see dagger and knuckle usage to the maximum, and just a lot of fun skips in general. So another key feature about the Condor's Coat is it increases your magic drop, right?
Yes, actually it does. So it'll increase your magic drop, and then it'll also increase... Well, like, the main usage of it is it increases your max magic by 50, but it does also increase the magic drop by enemies that you do. Muncha going for every piece of magic he can get there. I think because he's going to need it for the parts coming up here in this run, the stage. With Polar Night stage, magic management and health management as well is very important.
And then Muncha did take an early hit. I'm not sure if he's going to grab that checkpoint meat now, or if he's just going to skip a boost.
Yeah, he's really low. He can only do one here. Yeah, he's going to get it. I don't blame him. Not one bit there. He would only be able to do one damage boost, and it would save a lot more time to get it for the next one. So Smaugy has made his way to Polar Night. He starts that fight off by using the gear against Smaugy, and you know, normally in that fight you'd have a projectile, so without it you can make use of the gear. When a gear has been activated and it hits against an enemy, it does 2 hit points of damage compared to only 1 when it is actually thrown at them. So if it's like activated and running against them, it'll do 2 hits. So you start the fight off with that, and then just use shovel cancel against Polar.
I have never seen on that one Hammer Brother from right after that second to last checkpoint knock him back so far that he's on the right ladder instead of the middle.
Yeah, that's true. I've never seen that as well.
He must have daggered really close.
Muncha going into this fight with 2 HP.
Going with low percent strats too.
Very nice fight from Muncha.
That was a great
solid.
fight.
Yeah. Didn't take a single hit there.
I didn't see if Smaugy went for a speed frog catch for Dream 3.
He did not. I don't think he did.
There. Oh no, barely off.
Just barely missed it though for Muncha. I don't believe he went for it.
Yeah, it looks like he just staggered just a touch too early.
Oh. I'm sure I had to be a little careful there for that first screen in Tower 1. He's missing the gear jump there. Alright, there he goes. Got it.
As long as that rat didn't move right there.
Yeah. The cool thing about the gear is if you are riding the gear and it goes off of a ledge, it'll do a little hop. And we use that hop from the gear to allows us to skip up to that next ledge there. It's a neat little strat. Smaugy getting past that Jawa there, very nice. And then we now see the Black Knight 3 fight.
So if all goes well, it's going to look exactly like the fight from the beginning of the game. Basically you're doing shovel cancels the entire time, but you have a much tighter window. If Black Knight 3 breaks out, he can be a little bit tougher to deal with. And great fight.
Smaugy getting a perfect fight. It's definitely a fight that takes the most consistent in fighting him. Like, you have to be always good at that fight, because you don't want to face his other phases of that fight. It takes so long to finish the fight, and he can do a lot of damage to you.
Alright, let's see how much it does it. Perfect fight.
Yep, solid fight from Muncha as well.
Now we get to see the Smaugy's final encounter with the Jawas.
Smaugy sails past the Jawas. So the main thing through Tower 2, leading up into boss rush, is, well, one is get past the Jawas without taking a death, and then 2 is getting through the auto-scroller. Just takes memorizing where to go. And then if you need help, there is a wall chicken to the left at the end of the auto-scroller, and then there are a few dinner plates along the way, but you can get the one in the wall without losing any time, but you can also get the other ones as well. It's
Yeah, the only problem with the ones in the way, they do have a chance of spawning bombs instead.
yeah,
I don't think I've ever seen a triple bomb yet, so
they're pretty much RNG dinner plates.
yeah.
So the one in the wall is guaranteed to be a chicken every time.
Yep, and then being at full health, going into the triple dinner plate, you can just propel her right past them. Save a little bit of time that way.
Yep.
Treasure first for Smaugy.
So boss order is random, minus Polar Knight being one of the first 3 guaranteed. So Smaugy gets Treasure Knight and then Propeller, so Polar Knight is guaranteed to be next.
Yep, and then having Propeller Knight's pretty nice right there. Lets him be at full health immediately for Polar Knight. So he can take a little bit of damage. Clean fight. Alright, Munch starting with Polar first.
Very nice usage of the gear there.
I haven't seen anybody do that.
That's very cool. It's basically anticipating Plague Knight is going to eventually jump to the left side, and then you just have to hope he does it before the gear vanishes.
Yeah.
Smaugy also using it against Mole Knight there. But yeah, that was
Wow.
very, very useful and creative of using the gear against Plague there.
I know if Muncha has the magic, he's going to be using, I think, a gear on each try to do a gear on each dive for Mole Knight. Oh.
And also using it.
That's awesome.
Without a projectile, we will use what we have to.
Yeah, because you've got all this extra magic. Might as well try it.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to try it because you don't have a projectile that use all this extra magic now. So this is very true. Oh, Muncha's got to be careful here against Treasure Knight.
One more hit will kill him.
Ooh,
nice.
Yeah, that's always a scary fight, no matter what. Even with Conjurer's Code, it's just never fun.
Yeah, it's especially scary not having orbs for him.
So Smaugy finishes off the boss rush. He had a really good one. That was a solid boss rush.
Alright, Muncha is gonna get Mole last.
It's a pretty good Spectre fight. Gets the gear ready there.
Nice.
Very nice. You definitely have to use gear more often now without a projectile.
Oh yeah. And then he finishes off Mole about the same point as if he had orbs.
Yeah. It's just making sure that when you do use the gear that it's being activated first.
Alright, just a 1 minute, 3 second difference separating the two runners at this point. And I think the big mistake that Muncha had during this run came from not getting the pogo to get up to the ladder off the mini boss in Flying Machine.
Yeah.
Other than that, both runners have had extremely solid runs.
Smaugy just had a fantastic Enchantress 1 fight. Like, that was really good. But yeah, this has been a very close race throughout from start to finish. Both of them just have had a little bit of, like Jawa RNG, like really separated them mostly. Other than that, it's been a very good race from both the top two runners. Exactly what I would expect. And that is time for Smaugy.
Team previous.
Very good 43-25.
Yeah. And then 43-28 according to SRL. And he got a PB on SRL. That is his best race time.
Man, Muncha coming up on time as well.
World record is a 42.54 by Smaugy.
So yeah, Smaugy was roughly
30 seconds above.
Yeah, about 30 seconds off world record. That's pretty good.
Oh yeah. And GG for Muncha.
GG for Muncha, who finished 44-32, which is about 30 seconds off of his PB as well. So not bad.
Oh yeah.
Very, very, very good run from both runners.
Very great race.
Coming 30 seconds off of their PB. Pretty much, I mean, a really good run as far as they executed their fights very well. The only thing separating their time mostly was just RNG, really.
Definitely the best time is a tournament from Smaugy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was his absolute best SRL time. Trying to see if we can get out of the runners to hop into the course with us.
So with the Smaugy victory, he has now advanced to the grand finals. Muncha will now await the winner of the match between Primorix and either Engage or Tolu.
Hi.
Hello.
Yo,
Really good runs from both of you two.
Hello, hello.
very good run.
Yeah. For chivalry.
For Chivalry.
Did we both have deathless runs, or?
I
Yes,
believe
think
so.
Yep.
Okay, nice.
So both of you had deathless runs. You were both about 30 seconds off from your PB.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
So I mean,
Hello.
you can't really ask for anything better than that.
Really good runs from
Oh
both
yeah,
of
this
you.
was a
race
really good
goes.
hello.
Yeah, Very it was good
uh,
a
run.
really, really good race.
Yeah.
It was pretty good, yeah.
Yeah, because I think the only thing on Munch's end that kind of cost him the race was not getting that pogo off the mini boss and flying machine.
Probably.
That one and Triple Jaws gave him a little trouble, but other than
Yeah.
that, yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And-
it was just minor things like that,
Yeah.
which
Yeah, and then some early hits in forgot what stage it was.
I had some trouble with that as well. Triple Java gave me a heart attack, and I think I lost 5 seconds on that because of the cycles.
yeah.
Yeah, we both missed it. We just saw you in the next screen with only missing 1 heart of health, so we assumed you didn't have that much trouble if you didn't get hit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we will await the winner of the Engage versus Tolu match in the losers bracket, and then whoever goes through that one will go to Primorix, and then out of that match we'll face Muncha, and then that will take us to the finals of the tournament.
Yeah.
I wonder how coordinated we can be and try to get 3 of those matches back to back.
I'm sure we could probably easily get that quickly in there. Like, we were supposed to have the Engage and Tolu match, but we had to reschedule for that one.
Yeah.
So, I'm sure, yeah, we can get that taken care of pretty quickly.
And then it looks like we might have to take a short break from the tournament on Friday for a week and a half. As there's a SNES Superstars Marathon coming up starting on the 10th. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm not sure if there's a commander for that.
I would like to say thank you, Muncha, for the race. Good race. Thank you, commentators, and thank you, Fiesel, for the restream. And thank you, everyone in the chat, for watching the winners bracket finals. Thank you.
Thank you guys. It was a fantastic race. It was the best one we've seen so far. It was very good.
Mm-hmm. A little bit different than AGDQ, where we didn't completely suck ass. So
Yeah, this was better on a lot of accounts for both of us.
I would say it's very comparative to I would say to that race, just in a much better time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which that race will go down in the history books for the ages.
Maybe I can practice more for the next
Ages.
one. Anywho, do we have anything else we want to go over?
I believe that definitely. Yeah, let me check to see if there's anything left.
There's nothing else going on Speed Gaming until 4 p.m. tomorrow, where the Ori tournament continues. I've been hearing great things about that. So far, a lot of the matches, I've either just been not home or busy trying to get other things done during them. Mega Man X2 and Mega Man 3 tournaments are going on. Those are exciting races to watch.
Yeah, Mega Man 3, 6:30 tomorrow.
See, I'm not sure how far along the Final Fantasy tournament is. I'm not sure if they finished off all the group stage matches or not. The command? So that's everything we have for you tonight. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for the support. You guys have a great night.
Bye. Thanks again, guys.
No, thank you.